Come on in. Come on in. I don't want to wait too long with you guys. I'm going to see if at least one person will come in this chat with me tonight. Oh, I'm ready to get in my bed. I got to go to work tomorrow. I just wanted to come and report this, bring this. I know a lot of you might have been moving around, keeping updates on all of this. It's been kind of slow on any topic because on R. Kelly, this is the closest I could get on something that can actually fit in what R. Kelly's just been through and what he's going through right now. So this is why I've been taking so much interest in this situation right now. But I'm gonna give y'all some time to come into the chat and everything. I'll be back by then. Hopefully, people will be on here. I'm not gonna play no music tonight because I'm getting ready to go upstairs and get in my bed. But I just wanted to come here tonight for an update on this story on Astro World and this reckless concert, the way it had failed these young people out here. But I'm just going to come in. I'm gonna take a little while and wait for somebody to come in and have this discussion. I guess this discussion on my channel it don't mean much, huh? Because I got free R. Kelly. But I'm just gonna wait a little while. It's kind of late. It's already 11:15 at night. Wow, wow, wow. And I don't usually do nothing like this at this time of the evening. I try to do my videos early so that I can get in and get out. I'm tired right now, but I'm going to do the best I can bringing you this news that one of the people that was hospitalized from the Astro World concert, Bharti Sahani, has succumbed to her death this today. And I couldn't tell you what time it was, but this is the saddest news. This young lady, 22 years old, Indian descendant, you know, she's gone. She was at the concert with, I believe it was with a friend and also with a sister, and she lost them in all the panic that was going on at the concert. A lot of y'all don't want to take interest in this, but this is something that people should look at about when these young people go out following icons and going out in a fest how you say it, a concert, and a lot of people love this guy. A lot of young people lost their lives in this tragedy, this horrific moment in America at this place, Astro World. It's just so sad because when you look at it, the sadness about it, as much as I came at Travis about it, and I want to feel bad for him in a way, but then and again, I'm kind of like, when are young African American male children are going to wake up? Now, it was okay in this rap music thing when you was having your own people killing each other, or it was causing death on your own people. But this is serious right now because now the FBI is investigating this whole thing. And everything is on Travis. And everything shouldn't be on Travis. But it's going to be that way. It's just going to be that way. Because at some point, even though you signing these contracts and you You Live Nation or whatever the name of this group or this team of people that was promoting this concert for you. You can't expect nobody to be watching over your life. At some point, you have to watch over your own life. Most of his fan base was not African American people, wasn't black people. You're talking about children from all different ethnicity. You're talking about children, especially majority of the other of white children. I'm not trying to make this racist, and I'm trying to be right here. I'm just trying to bring the truth here. But most of his fans were not us. And the people that's attacking him now in this tragedy that had happened at Astro World are white people. And these are the people who made him famous. These are the people that made him famous. He has a child with one of the Kardashian children, and they on their second child together right now. Kylie or whatever her name is. I don't know too much about the Kardashians, but what I know about them is about their money. And Travis got to understand something. This young man got to understand something. You didn't come with money. They invested in you. And you have to know how to invest in yourself and also protect yourself. When you're dealing with a class of people that come from a different background, culture of life than you, there's some things you just got to be smart about. And what Travis didn't do, like I said before in an earlier video that I did, is at least say to the crowd, the people, to his fans, to protect himself and to protect them as well. If you come to this concert, it's going to be 50,000 people. And you know what we do. He has a history and known for his concerts to get rowdy. And things can happen. This is the kind of music he sells out there. Wild and crazy, unlawfulness, and everything in his music. You are selling this is the image that you portray out there. This is the stuff that these young people, let's break laws, let's don't listen to rules, let's just get wild, let's just get crazy, we ain't got to listen to nobody, our parents, this, that, and the other. This is our world. We gonna run this world. This is their mind right now. You know what I'm saying? Are they coming out up in the world and they idolizing you and they looking up to you as their leader and their savior and all these other crazy things, or they wouldn't have came to your concert. And they coming to see you. They risking their health, their life, everything to be there for you. But you wasn't there for them. Some things you got to learn is that when you go out in the public and you are a public figure, idol, rapper, song, whatever, when your fans are the ones who buying your music, who's making you famous. And they sometimes, these fans, and I know because I'm a fan of Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I know how we get down over here, how we will go to whatever for Robert Sylvester Kelly, knowing that he's been treated unfairly by the law, unjustly, and how we fighting so hard and going so hard for his injustice and how he was set up, and we see it as clear as day, but nobody listening to us, so it is what it is. But he loves that because that's what keeps him up. That's what he know he got out here. Without us, he's nothing. He's nothing. So, Travis, what I'm saying to you, Mr. Scott, young man, being that I know your background, where you come from, and then on top of that, your stuff is on Google. They'll tell you who you are and everything else like that. You've been this rap artist, and you had this history of doing these things, having these rowdy concerts, having things that happen at your concert. But now it's not us who's dying at these concerts. This is what you got to understand. It's your fans who are not us. These are the people that made you famous. Now they out for justice, for the lives of their loved ones that was lost in that massive crowd and panic of people that's trampled over lives and people, even young children. Only one little black boy so far that I've seen that died in this concert. I mean, not died. He didn't even die yet. He's still holding on to life. Then that's that 10-year-old who that's on his father for bringing his child to something like that. But I'm saying for you, Travis, that young lady that just died today, when I was listening to, whew, oh my God, when I was listening to the report from the family, when the family was speaking about her death and what her life meant to them, that you took no value in that. Like it's none of your fault to that, but they don't see that because they lost something that was valuable to them. And one thing that should have been said is that, look, 50,000 people, that's it. It can't go over this amount of people at my concert. And if you feel, this is the kind of rowdiness that I do, and this is the things that I cause or whatever like that, if you feel your life gonna be at any danger or whatever, don't even have to come. Just buy my CD, buy my new song or whatever, because I want to keep you safe. But I still love you because, at some point you got to sell something of yourself that you care about your fans. You know what I'm saying? You got to put something out there like, I know, there's some kind of way you got to come out and talk and say certain things to give people consciousness to say, yeah, we love you. We love you, Travis. But if it's going to be putting my life at risk and if it's going to be putting my health at risk, I'll just get your new CD. I'll watch you when they film it, get it on TV or whatever. But these people are not playing. And like I said, you may be connected with the Kardashians because you have a child with one of the Kardashian children from that family, from that family or whatever. But your life don't mean nothing to them because you was you were somebody that they also made an investment in, and you were a big liability. You lost them a whole because these people coming for the lawsuits. Lawsuits are just piling up every time I turn on and channels and everything. They talking about justice. They talking about how this concert failed on every level. They talking about the security that you had out there. Security's even turning on you, telling that they got the job by via text. No training, no experience. They were just out there. People that just was texted said, come on out and be a security here. And they gave them whatever equipment they needed or whatever uniforms they needed to wear. And that's it. And it's all going to go on you. Because you was the one performing. These were your fans. You was the one bringing in the dough. You was the one they was promoting and everything. Even though they going to take some fault too. They going to take, but it ain't going to go as hard on the event organizers. Because they already got they already know they lost. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the family, they don't know those people that's supposed to they don't know everybody behind Life Nation or whatever the name of the group that was sponsoring you and promoting you and everything, something nation. They don't know those people. and they gonna cover their ass. You better believe it. Because at some point, you can't expect them to always look out for you. They looking out for themselves. And what you could have said, being that you Travis Scott, and they was coming to see Travis Scott, not those people that's working behind the scene. You are the front guy. You know, when I was in the excuse me, in corporate banking, you know who took the hardest hits as far as like people that had to be the gatekeepers, the ones to protect the business, was the people they kept in the front, was the tellers. They were there to set an example for the company, to protect the, whatever for the company, handling cash, live money, whatever, on hands with customers. I was in the background. Nobody knew who I was, but the people that worked in the background with me. So you the man in the front line, Travis Scott. Whatever business going on with the Kardashians in the background, who's promoting you, who's giving you, who's endorsing in you, who's invested in you, and then all them other people that's working as your promoters. Also about the constants that's here typing out, giving out the information and stuff. Those people that are doing whatever they do. I don't really know. I ain't know the organizers and all that other stuff. They don't know them people. They know you. And you the one who's singing the songs they don't want to hear, and you they icon and all this other stuff. They know you. So the person they going to put all of this stuff on, just like with R. Kelly, we didn't know these people. The people in the background that was working for R. Kelly, and that was the people that was running this enterprise and everything, and R. Kelly was just the front guy that took it all. We don't see those people. I don't know those people. The people that was coming and attacking R. Kelly about all the stuff that was going on in his organization, in the company that he worked for, but he was the front guy. This is what I'm trying to say. So somehow you could have said, and R. Kelly, he spoke. He said, look, I ain't doing this. He even said it at his concerts. He pulled up signs, everything. You got to be 18 and over. I seen women trying to grab his crotch and everything. And if they want to see that footage, you could see it. R. Kelly's like, no. You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain kind of responsibility, and there's a certain type of way you have to say to the crowd just to cover yourself. Even though I seen footage of you, Travis, that you did stop for a moment, but you continued on going on, and you could have said right then and there, that's where you was tested at. When you seen that some injury, somebody was down, somebody was fainted, somebody was right now passed out, and you said, leave them alone. Somebody's passed out over here. Come and help them. But then you went on continuing to perform when you could have said, somebody's passed out. We're going to wait and see what's going on before I continue. We might have to stop the show just to make sure this person is all right. Something like that. You don't just go on and you were so amped up. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you got to stop and say, wait a minute, somebody's injured. It might be some more people. It's 50,000 people out here. I can't see everybody. Is everybody out there all right? Is everybody, I just want to know if everybody out there all right. Something like that, to sound some kind of sign to know that you are concerned about what's going on with the people out there. Is everything all right out there? Yeah. Sometimes be like, no, we're going to take a break. We be back. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back with the show. We got to find out what's going on. There is some part that you could have just like, yo, my fans out here, I want to make sure you people, I love you guys out here. I love you. I want to make sure everybody is being treated right out here. Everybody's okay. You all straight, this, that, the other. Is everybody, you know that sometimes they get on the stage and they so in love with the with all that attention they get and all the people that came out to support them and everything. You want to make sure you show them some love and at least some concerns and say, is everybody all right that we got this man out here? Is anybody else out there? There's a way you have to do certain things. Okay. Especially when you giving a concert of 50,000 people. You can't see everybody out there. But somebody could have signaled, you seen ambulance, you seen this and that coming, but you still kept on performing. I would have been like, yo, I see ambulance, everything. Because I've been out there to see certain people that came out to perform at certain events. You go to casinos, somebody out there performing, people getting, certain events be going on and you just get caught out there in the event and there's something going on. That person on the stage who's performing will stop the show and check with security or whoever to find out if everything is all right, if they should go on with the show, or is everything taken care of, if everything is clear. And then once you hear that somebody was down and they were down, instead of going, you could even come back and check again later and say, no, the dude that was down on the ground, is everything all right with him? Maybe I need to go and check what hospital he at. Maybe I could go and check on him or show some love, show some concerns or whatever. You don't just leave somebody out there and then keep performing with your show and then when the show is over, you jump and go to another show and go perform with somebody, you go meet up with Drake at Dave and Buster's. These people came out to support, to show love for you. They are the ones who basically pay your salary, your customers, your clients, your whatever. Just like your fans, they support your music, they support your work. And the last thing you want to do is hear about somebody passed out, got sick at your concert, whatever. You gonna say, you know what, Dre? Man, I meet up with you later. I want to go check somebody, one of my fans or somebody that came to my show. They fell out. I want to see if everything's okay. You gotta protect yourself. And then people saying, well, that's all they talking about. He continued to perform. He went to Dave and Buster's and met up with Drake. Go on. If y'all think I'm lying about this, if any of y'all out here think I'm lying about this, go to every YouTube channel on Travis Scott and what took place in Astro World Festival. And you will find that I am not lying. The reaction from the people, everybody just right now, these people are angry with him. These people are talking about lawsuits. These people, the family of the girl that just passed away, Bahati Sahani, they talking about already wanting justice. It was a lawyer speaking for the family who came to report the death of this girl and how he had a child too. His 17-year-old went to the concert. He grew up in that community and everything else, and how he said that, look, my child even went to that concert, and I was blessed that he came home. They don't look like us. They don't look like Travis. And most of the people that were supporting his concert and that came out as his fans were either so hey Big Vi, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by in my chat. Thank you for letting me know you here. Yes, most of the people that was there at this Travis concert they weren't black people. They were all from different ethnic backgrounds, and the majority were students, college students, and some young inspiring people that was inspiring in the arts and dance and whatever, and they broke in and to see the concert and everything because they like Travis Scott. These young people that came in that died and lost their lives, the 16-year-old, a ninth grader, another child. It was from ages range from 14 all the way to 27 for the 8 people. Now the ninth person, which is the 22-year-old AM student, Bahati Sahani, who just succumbed to her death today. And her attorney was her mother, the family's attorney was out there, the community, her family, and everything else. Her mother was breaking down, I want my child back. I want my child back. Her father gave his story about him being an immigrant, how he came to this America to build a better life for himself and his family and everything. And his wife and everything was a homemaker while her husband is a businessman. And these people, these are not poor little hood rat black children that's dying. I'm just saying, this is not the lower class of black children that died in this Astro World concert. This is a totally different thing now because it has crossed over now. It's now going towards their children, and they ain't too happy about this. Yes, Big Via was. And this is this is going to be totally different from R. Kelly. He may be the man that they have to bring out just to save your ass. They might have to free R. Kelly just to come and save you. And this is what I'm saying about all these artists that's out here, especially these black artists that did not speak up for this man when they saw the injustice coming. They saw the injustice coming, and they could see blatantly that these people were being biased. These people were being racist. These people were just doing anything they can just to put this man in jail for these allegations, false allegations. They turned on him. They didn't support him openly to the public and made anything good about his character or what great things he brought in his music to them. They just left him to hang. Like they day is not coming. And what happened at this Travis concert? The thing would happen, it just made me think that God is not playing about the injustice that was done to R. Kelly, and these people saw what was going on and they never spoke a word. Now it's coming to visit them. Don't speak on that man like that. And I ain't saying I heard anything Travis ever said anything bad about R. Kelly, but he's in the entertainment world, and he's also a young black upcoming superstar artist. And his music is not just only in the black community, it's out there with those people, with the other people. Now you have killed their children. R. Kelly didn't kill nobody, kids. At his concerts, R. Kelly music wasn't never about violence. It was always about love and peace and, more intimacy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was never about that, hurting anybody. That evil little Azrael, whatever, but she gonna get what's coming to her too. Because she was trying to run her little behind over there with Drake. And Drake ain't too clean from this either. Because they coming for him too. They first got to get Travis, and then they want to come for Drake. They put Travis in the front line about this concert. Because somehow or the other, Drake appearance was supposed to be there too. Yes, one way. It was only one way into this place, one way out. They didn't think of the safety of these people. They didn't even think about the lives of these people. They only thought about profit. It was all about profit. And the person who was the artist that these people all came to see didn't even take the time out to even care if they was okay in the crowd. Just did his show and got all amped up and did what he did and got out and went on to another party. Everybody say, "Oh, Travis is not." No, it's not all Travis' fault. But at some point, you got to say to your fans and everything, when you giving some big venue like that, and you giving something like that, you should be like, "Look, y'all, you know how I am," because this ain't the first time Travis been in concerts where he recited violence and crowds got rowdy. A white boy jumped down from a freaking tree or whatever. Now he's halfway paralyzed. They gonna use all of that. He's paralyzed. Now, there's some accurate stories out there, and then there's not some accurate stories. Like one story about this security guy that was supposed to been down helping somebody, and he got stuck with a syringe. Of, I think I already shared that earlier, but come to find out, his story wasn't accurate. Because when they asked, when he told the story again, he got hit in the head. Then he said, first he said it was a syringe that perked him. He got pricked with a syringe. Then now he just got hit in the head. But people were serious things has happened. I know the media can over sensationalize things, like really exaggerate a lot and make things, but stuff is really, really bad. People came and told their stories that were there, that actually were there. And the good part about it is that now people are starting to turn to the Lord. Because they said it was like hell. It was like hell, going to hell. They said people were wrapped up on each other, stomping each other, panicking. It was just a crazy mess. The rumor he's still doing. Hey, Corey. Yes, Corey, it's over. We don't want to come to the reality of it, but it's over. It's over, Corey. As much as I would like to try to save Travis, but the FBI got their hands on this one. And these are not black children that lost their lives, Corey. Not black poor children. These are some pretty prominent families, and people told their stories, like this last girl that just passed away. Yeah, personnel is going to get hit, but Travis is going to be the fall guy, just like they did R. Kelly. But this is going to be a little different than R. Kelly, because nobody really cared about no little black girls. Okay, you want to believe that, then go ahead and believe he will come back, but it will be a while before he come back. His cancer in Saudi Arabia was already a cancel, and that was a 1.5 million concert. It was already canceled. Well, you know what? If he do come back, I hope he come back with a different spirit of music, because that music was demonic. I don't listen to that stuff. See, y'all young. I don't listen to that demonic stuff. Y'all got to be careful who y'all follow out here. That is some wild and crazy demonic music and inciting violence and evil spirits and all that other stuff. And all that wild, doing all that wilding out and wild, crazy stuff. And this ain't the first time he's been in trouble about concerts and people being hurt and going crazy on the stage and doing crazy things. This is his third time, and they're going to make an example out of him. Families are saying they're going to see justice. It ain't no alleged that he was still performing. He was still performing. That is facts. He went on and performed for another 45 more minutes without even checking to make sure that if it even stopping the concert. Because sometimes, you might say that everything is on personnel, everything is on personnel. But you got to protect yourself too. You got to say, wait a minute. My man is down here. See if he's okay. Is anybody else out there? Is everybody all right? If once you see one person down and passed out, you want to call out, and you got 50,000 people, and you mean to tell me you can't call out and say, is that person all right? Now, for the little boy thing, now that should be on the parents. Some things should be on the parents, but only people, like I said, he should be responsible for. After 50,000 people was the only amount of people that's supposed to be there. But then they should have made sure it was more than one way in and one way out. That part of people planning, like the infrastructure of the place or whatever, that part, they already covered for that. Trust me. That event insurance has all that covered. But I'm saying, as far as for the death of those people, the death of those people, okay, is on Travis. Because they did, even though they signed their contract, they contract to hell, to come and be at hell, to be in this demonic place with 50,000 people without thinking about their health and without thinking about their safety, still and all. Some of the people came and were told to come even if they didn't have tickets, to money purchase tickets or whatever. They could come for free. So that means once you tell people they could come to your event for free and you didn't tell them about any safety guidelines, then that is on you. And for all you know, those people that came for free are those 8 people who are right now laying in their grave. 8 people who are laying in their grave right now. Young people, impressionable young people who were, you know how young people are star crazed and how they get so crazy or whatever like that. They ain't thinking about their life or nothing. They young. And they say, Travis Scott is going to be in the Astro World. I'm going. They breaking the rules at home. They breaking their family rules. Their parents probably told them not to go, but they went on anyway and snuck their way on in there and, jumped through the fence and did all what they had to do to break the laws. That's what young people do. And I ain't talking about the father that brought the 9-year-old to the concert or the parents that brought their kids to the concert. I ain't talking about that. That's a parent. That's on you. Okay? You out here taking your child to a death trap. Okay? But I'm talking about the ones who broke rules from getting from their parents to be all crazy to go see Travis Scott. Because he said they could get in for free even if they didn't have money to buy a ticket. And these 14-year-olds, and I doubt they parents gave them money to be there, or they parents thought they was going to be there. They snuck their way in because Trey was up there stalking him and on his fan page and finding out when the concert was going to start and everything. And they just knew how to break their way, get on get in their little bus ride or hitchhike a ride or a car, get a ride from somebody. Because my nephew tried that with me one time to take me to a party of people he didn't even know. Stay right there at that party to make sure he and his friend was in a safe place and watching all those adults that was there giving this party. He didn't even know these people, but somebody in school told him about a party. But he asked me for the ride to take him to the party, and I took him to the party and then find out he don't know the people. He found out in school. I was like, oh, you don't know these people? You got me up here at this party. I said, no, y'all going home. You know what I'm saying? See, kids, those are the things that young people do. One time, one of his friends came over to the house and asked me to take him because his parents told him he couldn't go because he's into the arts and performing arts or whatever. And they was having like he was supposed to be doing like rehearsal that night or whatever. And he audition. And he wanted to go to this audition and he wanted me to give him a ride to get there. And he had the GPS and everything with him. And I said, is your parents okay with this? These are the things that teenagers would do. They will try to break the rules. They will run away from, they parents tell their parents they one place and they end up someplace else. Breaking the rules, because that's how young people are. And knowing that he had that kind of fan base, young people that was his fans, somehow or the other, he could have put out there some guidelines as an adult. Don't break no rules to come now. Don't leave your home and don't tell your parents where you at and da-da-da. You coming to Travis Scott, you know what we do here. I don't want to be responsible for you if something happened or whatever. It's just some things some responsibility that you have to take as an adult. And especially if you got fans that young that admire you. You got these young people that's crazy and they do anything just to be Like the same thing, the stay crazy fans, like I said about the no, the Kardashians gonna throw his ass away because he's a big liability to them. You better believe it. Big liability. Because they've been invested a lot in Travis. But I'm just saying, y'all, I just know how this thing goes. I'm an older person. I've been around for a long time, and I know how these things go down. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Because what I saw from what's coming from these people, how they gonna take him down? They already canceling his concerts. He didn't cancel them concerts. They canceled those concerts because of the death of those people, those teenagers, ages 14. They not taking that lightly, 14 to 27, and the FBI is already on. When they say the FBI is on something, oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. And securities are out here talking, and managers talking about how Travis left them and did, people already talking bad things about him. Even people putting out bad information about him. They ain't even defended him, not even protecting him. This guy's talking about he got a job with working for this company or whatever like this at this place and everything, and he was under security for Travis, and he got the security job by via text. It don't look good for Travis, and I'm just gonna tell y'all that. It is what it is, but he abandoned us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all support people that don't really give a damn about you. And the thing I could say about Robert Sylvester Kelly is he cared about us as his fans. He always said thank you to his fans. And most of all, he always lifted up Jesus, whether before he came out and performed. And even some things to protect himself, he threw his little 18-year-old sign up that at least you got to be legal. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand these people sometimes don't know no God. When they on that thing about money and all that other fame and all that other stuff, some people just don't get caught. And maybe Robert is doing time because he didn't want to go along with this cult. Get along with the go along, get along gang. He just want to do his own thing, make his music, love his people. And he up and he out. Now they try to come at him with some young girls and all this other stuff. When half of these girls even said they wanted to be there and they lied about their age and they did this and they stalked him or whatever, but they still lock him up. And his music wasn't out there putting no harm to nobody. His music was always about love, sending that message of love. But he in jail. Travis' music wasn't about no love. It was always about violence and hurting people and doing mean and wicked things, breaking laws and doing unlawful things and giving young people that mentality, that kind of energy. And that's what they want to do because they don't want to listen to rules. That when you young, you don't want nobody telling you what to do. You want to get out there and you want to see life for yourself. But anyway, y'all, I don't think I spoke enough tonight. I may or may not pick back up on this topic, but I'm going to have to get up on out of here because your girl KC got to go to work tomorrow. I ain't have to work today, but I was sitting around, on this Travis stuff. And the reason I put it in with the R. Kelly stuff, because I'm looking at it as, like they say, R. Kelly was out here preying on children. Who were the people that died at this Travis Scott concert? It was children. Young people, young adults, minors. And now when one little child, a real child, is hanging on to his life right now, and the family is making it Travis being responsible for this, but Travis is not responsible for it because this 9-year-old was there with his father, and his father was an adult, a parent that brought his child to this event and didn't even look at the own safety of his own child. taking his child to a place where 50,000 going to be 50,000 people, and had his child, and then he passes out, and the child got trampled over. People suffocated. All the deaths wasn't caught, and then that, like I said, that person made up that story about syringe and all that other stuff. Some old stupid person like that. That was so stupid. And then when they asked him the story again, he got hit in the head. So this man is a narcotic. He's on narcotic. He made that story up because he's using this stuff himself. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But it was just the bad everything. The way it failed on every level. This concept failed on every level. And poor Travis, he should have, at some time, like I tell people, y'all here smoking marijuana and getting high. At some point in your life, you gotta sober up. You gotta use your own brains and stop letting people dictate to you or use you like a little puppet. At some point, you gotta stand up for yourself and say, look, if I'm gonna have all these 50,000 people coming, I'm going to put out there to them. If I see anything go wrong, I'm stopping the show. But I gotta let my fans know they coming to see me, whatever, and say to them and everything, is everybody all right? Or even before they come, I'm gonna let them know how I do things. I don't want nobody to get hurt, harmed, or anything. If they can't handle this kind of energy that I bring, then they need to not come. Maybe if you still want to support me, you could buy my songs, you could download it on whatever, you could listen to it on Spotify for free. Because I don't want to be responsible for nobody going in the grave. At some point, people got to wise up. In this family, the Kardashians or whatever, you told what you got kids with Kylie and y'all had your first child and now you're on your second child and everything, and you want to be with something other than a chocolate sister or whatever. That's your choice. But you dealing with not only just that, you dealing with people that about money. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't fuck up their money because now you can't do no concerts to bring in that dough, and you know what this gonna happen. You know what them Kardashians about? They about money. I'm just saying. You're just gonna have to be. Look at what happened with P. Diddy and what's his name? What's his name again? I'll be sure. P. Diddy ended up taking care of his son, raising his child. When he broke down production again, P. Diddy was up there on top and everything and took his woman and his child too. Punked him out of his woman and his child. There's some women roll like that in the entertainment world. That's how they go. They go from the next highest bidder. They don't care if you got kids with them. In that world, the devil take care of his own. But as I'm gotta go, I gotta go. It's no nobody. That's why R. Kelly's safe at, because ain't nobody want no Drake. Anyway, gotta go. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in tonight for this chapter. I know it wasn't numbers wasn't high, but bigger never always mean better. Long as I could get the message out there, and I'm helping somebody. That's what counts. Love you. Be blessed. Peace.